Jackson County Today. Hot topics, relevant stories, and news developments that affect our community.
How does the Jackson County budget get decided each year? Each county department develops its own recommended budget. In public meetings held in late March, department heads meet with the administrator, commissioners, and budget committee members to discuss their proposed fiscal year budgets. Then, in mid-April, departments present their recommended budgets to the budget committee at public hearings held in the Jackson County Courthouse Auditorium. The 2026-27 public hearings provided detailed insight into and understanding of the services being provided to the citizens of Jackson County.
Roads and Parks Department is comprised of 5 programs with distinct difference in services that we deliver. That said, they do work together very closely as one team to help support each other. We truly are one department. We're the Roads and Parks Department, not 2 separate ones. With over 900 miles of county roads containing over 17,000 individual traffic signs and a few hundred bridges, our road system is a large and important part of the regional transportation network. Our parks team manages and maintains 23 developed parks, over 900 campsites, and 14 boat ramps on Jackson County's lakes and rivers. And the parks and the opportunities that they provide are an integral part of the Southern Oregon outdoor recreation economy. The total parks budget is approximately $6.2 million. This is a decrease from the current year's budget, largely due to a reduction in our capital program. As many parks were constructed decades ago, we do continue to focus on maintaining our old infrastructure. Many of our parks were built in the 1950s and 60s and takes a lot of maintenance to keep that stuff running. Wildfires and the revenue impacts associated with those wildfires, mainly due from smoke, continue to be a concern for us. And the short and largely non-existent winter that we all just experienced will present some challenges for us as we head into the summer. Taking a look at where our revenues come from, the state revenue sharing, which largely includes RV registration fees, comprises about 16% of our parks revenues. As you can see, I always like to point out to the budget committee that user fees do continue to make up a large majority of our revenue, with each dollar of those user fees going right back into operating, maintaining, and hopefully improving our parks. We continue to focus on the things that we can control, and one of those is the visitor experience. And we do this in hopes that if we provide a good experience, that'll drive increased revenue and via increased occupancy in our park facilities moving forward. Our motto in parks is "We make memories." We say that a lot out in parks, and we want to make good memories for our guests. Road fund revenues do come from a variety of sources, but I do point this out every year. One stands out far more than others. As I've shared in the past, our portion of the state highway fund is essential to our road fund, and it provides about 81% of our annual revenues to the road fund. Maintaining this allocation in upcoming legislative sessions is paramount for us and frankly for the other 35 counties as well. ODOT continues to predict a decline in the state highway fund due to the adoption of more fuel-efficient vehicles in the future, which leads us to continue a cautious budgeting approach this year as we've done in the past few years. I will point out we're beginning to use fund balance to fund much needed capital improvements, and according to our cash flow projections in the upcoming years, our operational revenues are expected to exceed our operational expenses. Our operational expenses are expected to exceed our operational revenues. At that point, unless the transportation package passes in 2027, we will be forced to look at service level reductions or alternative funding sources in our desire to have adequate fund balance to remain nimble and flexible. With a previously shared emphasis on maintaining what we have a significant amount of our expenses this year are allocated towards road maintenance. We're budgeting 37% of our expenses as contingency or reserves to allow us to have enough ending fund balance to meet those future cash flow and emergency needs. Maintaining our pavement, as we share annually, is arguably the most important service that we provide, and we're pretty good at it.
The Expo's mission is to provide community services for social, agricultural, recreational, and commercial and educational opportunities for the citizens of Jackson County. And that's what we do every day, all day long. And as we know, the fair is the key to what happens at the Expo. And last year's fair ended up really well. Looks like we're going to end about a $448,000 net contribution from the fair last year. The other big thing that we do is rentals. Last year, was the first year that the rental net was better than the fare. So we're not living off the fare, we're living off rentals. And then in our budget overview, we are asking for about 80% increase because of the new multipurpose building.
We're setting this up accounting-wise in its own program, so it won't be intermingled with any of the other Fair and Expo activities. We want to see it be able to stand alone, and we do anticipate at least a 3-year contribution in not just startup, but operations. We've actually already rented the facility, and the lease payment will go to pay back the county's portion of general fund, which, as I explained, probably nets about only $1 million at this point. Then that becomes discretionary revenue. It's not guaranteed to the fair, but we will use it. We'd like to see this program get up on its feet and self-sustaining as soon as possible. That will generate an operating revenue for the county or an investment revenue for the county. So we do believe this will be self-supporting.